I just found out that sometimes Australian eats spaghetti on toast for breakfast. Yeah, and it's delicious, man. Try it. Avo on toast, spaghetti on toast.
Spaghetti on toast? How it tastes? Hello and hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Alright, today I'm going to do a reaction video about the channel of Tanar. Please do support this channel by subscribing it too, guys. And today we're gonna see things that Australians do that confuse the world. Oh my goodness. Alright, I can't wait to see this one. And before we start, as usual, I would like to thank everyone who already support me by subscribing my channel. And for those who still not yet subscribed, what are you guys waiting for? Please do support me. I really need your support. And I'm gonna I will thanks to you in advance. Thank you for supporting me. Thanks a lot, good people. Thank you so much. All right, without further ado, everyone, let's go and watch this video with me. Let's get. Are you guys ready? Let's get started.
Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Now obviously I make a lot of content around being Australian and I've made a video like this before, but there is more. Things that us Aussies do that confuse the rest of the world. If you're Australian, get down in the comments and yell at the other people because this is normal. We are normal. And if you're from another country, please tell me that we're normal in the comments, okay? This is not weird, right? We're not weird. 18 normal Australian things that are actually anything but. Wait, so you're telling me that I'm not normal? Are you kidding me? Frozen Coke. Wait, so are you trying to tell me that they don't have frozen Coke anywhere else? What do you mean? You think that's weird? Slushies. 7-Eleven has slushies. What's wrong with frozen Coke specifically?
Slushies.
Frozen cola? Is it that you guys don't have it at McDonald's, or is it the fact that you don't have slushies at all? Picture this. It's a hot summer afternoon. You pass a Macca's or a Hungry Jack's and you know exactly how to make your day better. An icy cold frozen Coke straight out of the slushy machine. But did you know that these aren't actually a thing outside of Australia? Bizarre. That is very bizarre, and you guys need to check yourself and get yourself a frozen Coke. Are you kidding me? I mean, me personally, I like the frozen raspberries, but there is nothing better than a hot day.
It's like an ice crush, you know?
40 degrees Celsius. It's scorching. And you go and get a frozen Coke
Slurpee, you know?
Chef's kisses, dude. It is delicious. It is amazing. It is life-changing. Paywave. Paywave. Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah,
sorry, I'm talking to you guys like you're idiots. You're not. You're not. But your country sometimes is, okay? I've been to America. I'm a world traveler, some would say. No one says that, but let's just go with it. The idea of having to, like, sign, like, you have to sign things? Ugh. I wonder how it's changed in the US now that there's COVID, because when I went to America pre-COVID, pre-pandemic, it's getting the bill, taking it back, getting it back again, signing stuff. There's a lot going on, all right? With PayPass, bro, just tap it. Just wave it across. Even my watch, my phone, literally, my bank cards everywhere, which can be very dangerous, I will add. Paywave is very convenient, which makes shopping so much easier. I will also mention something that we have here in the state that I live, but every other state in Australia doesn't even have, and that is my license on my phone. Does anywhere else in the world have that? But I went to another state here in my own country in Australia literally a few days ago and they wouldn't accept it. I'm like, I'm in Australia, dude. Why won't you let me into the casino, okay? Okay, chicken salt. Why is this confusing for people? I don't understand.
Chicken salt.
Chicken salt. What do you mean? You don't have chicken salt? It's chicken flavored salt. It's salty chicken. It's delicious. It's amazing.
It's a chicken or potato.
On a schnitty.
Or chips.
Absolutely life-changing. I will say that there is some chicken salts out there, but most of them are, oh my god, top tier, dude. Top tier. So what you're trying to tell me is that if I ever went to a restaurant anywhere else in the world, they'd be like, chicken salt, what? Hello? Switches on outlets. What do you mean? You don't have switches on outlets? Are you kidding me? I'm no scientist, so when I say those on and off switches above power points stop the electricity from leaking out, I'm probably wrong, but they're still hella convenient to have. Spare a moment for our friends in North America who've had to learn what it's like to live without them. I didn't even know that this was a thing. I feel like I always learn something new with these videos. Like, I can kind of understand that maybe other countries don't have chicken salt, but no switches on your outlets that literally has electricity coming from them? What do you mean, dude? That is just unheard of. Like, I've got PowerPoints all around my office right now and they all
I also got PowerPoint a lot in my room.
You have switches for the PowerPoints? I am confused. Surely not. Like, surely this isn't real. Not using a clothes dryer. See, this is an interesting one because for me personally, I always use a clothes dryer. So maybe I'm American, maybe I'm not Australian. In other countries, they use their clothes dryers after every wash cycle. But in most homes here in Australia, we either don't have a dryer or our mums have put the fear of God in us about using them only in very necessary cases. I was not brought up in a household like this, but I have roommates who were brought up in households like this and they've got the clothesline out on the yard, they've got the sun bearing down. It's like this forbidden, you know, device that no one can use. It's unspoken, no one talks about it. Just you don't use the dryer unless you absolutely have to. I will say this confuses me. I am with the rest of the world here. Australia, kind of weird, dude. Pedestrian crossings.
Kind of weird.
You guys don't have pedestrian crossings that make noise? It's such a weird anomaly for us to have sound-emitting crossing signals that Billie Eilish's brother, Phineas, sampled Sydney's crosswalks in her song Bad Guy. You're telling me that the thing that we pressed across the road and now it's in a Billie Eilish song? You're kidding, dude. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comments, I'm sure you will. But I'm pretty sure it's for visually impaired people so that they can hear when they have to cross. Who would have thought we influenced Billie Eilish, dude? Australia's going places, man, I'm telling you. Dual flush toilets. I guess when I'm like looking at these, I'm like, this is normal. This is
normal,
literally
yeah.
how I live my everyday life. You guys don't have these? I don't quite know why we're one of the only places where toilets come with a half flush option. Is it because we're water conscious? So pretty much when you go to the toilet, when you go to the dunny, as most Aussie bogans say it. I don't know, when I do these Australian videos, I always
Dunny.
like, my inner bogan comes out. My accent is just stronger than it usually is, and I'm talking like I've been living out in the bush for the last 10 years. We have droughts here,
Okay,
but we
okay.
run out of water. So there's a half option because, listen, if you've got a number 1, which is a P for those people who don't know, you don't need a full flush. If you've got a number 2 that's solid, number 2 is necessary. Maybe 2 flushes of the full flush is necessary, okay? For a number 1, little P, you don't need a full
Little
flush.
P.
Don't waste water, okay? Think about the drought. There was a moment there where you were meant to have like 2-minute showers. They were like, get in, get out. We don't have enough water. We're an island. We're running out, okay? When your Wi-Fi is and Reddit only loads the first meme. Yeah, listen. I think there was one time I traveled to Canada and the Wi-Fi on the plane, as we're traveling over the Pacific Ocean, is that the ocean? Was faster than the Wi-Fi that I had at my apartment. Ridiculous. Australia, why? Like, I get it. I get it. There's lots of pros, but the cons is the internet. We have like some of the best internet in the entire country here in the office. Thanks, Slazebeam. Appreciate you a lot, dude. And everyone in America's like, yeah, we have that all the time. We get that at the local Macca's. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I get it. We're slowly working on it. We just weren't prepared for technology and the internet and the infrastructure that we needed surrounding that, okay? Saying but at the end of a sentence. I didn't even realize that we did this. Maybe we do, I don't know. Somehow we've all agreed that ending a sentence with the word but is not only grammatically correct, but it's also kind of a part of being Australian. I'm trying to think if I do this, but I don't know. We do swear a lot and put swearing as a filler, and I definitely did that a lot more prior to YouTube. I'm gonna notice this now, right? Like every time I talk, it'll be like, but.
But
You said it.
yeah,
When I'm
you
live
said it.
streaming, just follow me at twitch.tv/Tanner. I
Proud.
definitely say a lot. Other people, have you noticed me doing this? Other Aussie creators doing this? I need to know. Also, we say reckon a lot. Matt says, FYI, the Australians say I reckon like every other sentence. I don't know if this is true. I don't reckon this is true.
You just
I
say
didn't
it.
even mean to do that. I reckon this, I reckon that. It's a fully integrated part of our
Reckon is
vocabulary.
recognize.
This isn't present in most other places. No, I'm feeling
I
attacked.
reckon that.
They're reaching now. I'm going to notice these so much more. I don't know if I'm going to be glad that I did this video or angry because I'm going to pick up on all of these things that I didn't even notice that Aussies did. Mandatory bike helmets. This is weird. The safety of humans is not
Weird.
around the world. You wouldn't hop on your bike to brave the streets of Australia without a helmet, but barely anyone in Europe except kids and professional cyclists wear them. They're zipping around in their cushy, wide bike lanes without a care in the world. You can go out on the streets without a helmet, but you are risking your life.
Yeah.
People here in Sydney, especially, they don't give a shit if you're on a bike. They'll just go like this. They don't care. Where I'm from, police will pull you up for not wearing a helmet. Like, you'll get fined. 100% you'll get fined. You also get fined if you drink and bike. Behind the wheel, whether you're driving or riding a bike, you will literally get charged the same as if you were driving a car. Having good coffee on every corner. Us Australians take coffee very, very seriously. There's a lot of coffee snobs here in Sydney. A lot of coffee snobs here in Australia. Australians
I
really
love
take their coffee for granted. Like, we all know it's good. But it's not until you go overseas that you realize how spoiled we truly are. Sure, you can find great quality coffee in every city around the world, but you're gonna have to really seek it out. Here, you can stumble into any coffee shop and get at least a good coffee, if not great. Yeah, we take that seriously, dude. I definitely have noticed that when I've traveled, that coffee just hit differently here in Australia. And Starbucks being kind of Apparently, it's a really Australian thing to hate Starbucks. I don't hate Starbucks in other countries. Starbucks in America slaps, bro. I went to New York City and had some of the best coffee of my life, and it was at Starbucks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna discredit Starbucks, but I just think in Australia, we have such good coffee everywhere else, literally at all these cool little cafes and stuff, that Starbucks just kind of cafe culture. Speaking of coffee, the cafe culture in Australia is impeccable. Other world cities are starting to cotton on, but we really pioneered the vibes.
Yeah.
Is that what people overseas are calling it? Australian cafe vibes. The energy of an Aussie
Cafe
one on a weekend
vibes.
morning, everyone in their activewear enjoying a leisurely coffee or avo toast. You really can't replicate it. True. Can I get any trues? My God. The cafe culture here sometimes is just too much though, because everyone loves going out to a cafe, and I'm like, listen man, I just want to sit inside. I will say what I noticed with overseas is like there's a lot of people watching. Like in Europe, they'll face the chairs outwards. I feel like the vibes for Aussie cafes are a lot different, a lot cooler, but I don't know, I like European ones. I'm not shitting on them. I just found out that loads of Australians call slides slippery dips. You people are weird. You don't call them slippery dips. You cannot tell me that slippery dips doesn't sound better than slides. Are you kidding me, dude? Just found out that Australians say at least we're not in America when they're in a bad situation, and to think I couldn't be more embarrassed. It's so true though. I have said that so many times. Like, at least we're not in America. Yeah, I don't want to shit on America. I love America, but I'm glad I'm Australian, all right? Found out today that Australians eat something called fairy bread, and it's just white bread with butter and sprinkles. Why are people so confused by this? It's delicious. I just found out that sometimes Australians eat spaghetti on toast for breakfast. Yeah, and it's delicious, man. Try it. Avo on toast, spaghetti on toast. We're
Spaghetti
laughing,
on
not like
toast?
proper
How it
spaghetti.
tastes?
You need like the canned spaghetti. I just found out that Australians pronounce Adidas like added ass. Do you say Adidas? Adidas. It's Adidas, not Adidas. Well, there you have it. That is
Adidas.
things that us Aussies do that confuse the rest of the world.
Well, that's it. Things Australians do that really confuse the world. For me, I just love this kind of video. Tanar really helped me to understand more about Australian and gave us a lot of information. And yeah, I just love the way that she is really relaxed and sharing with us the info that we need to know. And for me, from the list that Tanar shared with us just now, at my country, we have a, what do we call it, a slushy, and I think most of the country they have slushy. Maybe the name is different, and the debit card. I mean the paywave we do have in my country, switches or PowerPoint. There's a lot in my house in a place, and sound emitting when you cross the road also we have. And what else we have? A dual flush toilet. We do have that. For my country, mandatory for the bike helmets is not compulsory unless you are the professionals or you are cycling on a on a road, a busy road and so on, but the rest it's not a compulsory, because we normally cycling on a park, and yeah, there is nothing to worry. And for me, I agree with the mandatory bike helmet because it's about security, yeah, for our own safety, especially for our children. And a good coffee. And I just admit that Australia have a really great coffee culture, and the good coffee in every corner of Australia is a really good one, and that is why Starbucks is not successful in Australia, because they have a lot of best coffees and great coffee with not too pricey, very affordable. And of course we need a coffee as a startup. All right, I just loved this video really. Do you have any additional information that you wanted to share that Australian do that really confuse the world? Please do share with me. Please drop a comment and I will read and reply to you as soon as possible. I think that's it for now, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video like I do. Thank you so much for watching with me. Until then, take care and have a great day ahead. Goodbye.